Breaking news tonight, stocks take a terrible nosedive today on Wall Street. I'm Colleen Marshall.
And I'm Dwayne Pullman. Financial markets around the world plummeting after Great Britain's vote to leave the European Union. Here at home, the Dow Jones Industrial closed down more than 600 points. The Nasdaq seeing its worst day since August of 2011. When the U.S. markets opened today, an immediate sell-off, sending the Nasdaq, the Dow Jones, and the S&P 500 all plunging. Investors getting out of stocks and putting money into more conservative investments like gold and bonds. The Dow Jones closing 610 points, a nearly 3.4% drop, erasing all gains made this year. The turmoil, a reaction to the United Kingdom's Brexit vote results, which came in overnight.
The UK has voted to leave the European Union.
The UK's decision to leave the 28-member European Union creates a lot of questions about trade and whether the UK exit will spur more countries to leave the EU, with fears over a spike in immigration winning out over free trade.
They basically said, we hear what you're saying about the economic benefits, but we want our country back.
Analysts have predicted the 2-year or longer process of separating the United Kingdom from the European Union will hurt the British economy.
We know the sign. It's going to be negative on employment, on investment, and that there will be ripple effects. There's no getting around that.
And some say people in the U.S. have a reason to fear, too.
I do think that over the next, say, 2 quarters, these events could shave a bit, I'd say 2 to 3/10 off of our GDP.
A seismic shift from the world's largest economies, with nothing but uncertainty on the horizon.
And we saw today how the markets reacted to Britain's vote. So how is this going to impact you? NBC4's Katie Farrell sat down with a local financial expert today. She's joining us from the newsroom. And Katie, the experts say it's going to be long term, I guess, what we have to worry about.
Yeah, they're mostly concerned about, let's say, someone retiring soon. That could be a big problem. Brad Hoffman is an investment advisor with Future Finances. He says if you have stock, yes, you lost money today, and if you're retiring soon, you'll likely take a hit. While we won't know for months the full impact in the long term, however, he says for most of us, it really won't be a big deal. Hoffman says the biggest impact will be felt in the EU. He is more cautious than optimistic when it comes to the market, but says this is just another uncertainty every American should take into consideration when it comes to their own finances and investments. Now, because crude is down, he says you'll actually notice cheaper gas prices at the pump this weekend. Plus, if you're looking to travel to the UK, now's the time to do it. Conversion rates are the best ever. And if you're a borrower, well, you're in luck.
If you're someone who's buying a house, refinancing a house, boy, I would call right now and ask them, what's the rate you have today? Because it's better than yesterday. It's better than a week ago.
Now, Huffman points out if you're a saver or a conservative investor, this really isn't ideal because the interest rate isn't going to go up anytime soon. And coming up at 5:30, I'll share what Huffman says really is the biggest threat to the U.S. economy right now and his advice for us all. Dwayne.
All right, Katie, thank you. Also coming up at 5:30, we're going to hear what the presidential candidates are saying about this Brexit vote. By the way, you can read much more about the referendum on NBC4i.com.